Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Denise would like to introduce you to her new baby. He's ever so sweet, and he's called Prince Eby, although for some reason he prefers to be known as Alexander Wayne. Denise fed him, gave him a fresh nappy stroke diaper, and made him comfortable. And then they started talking. "Hello, dear friend," he said. "How are you feeling today?" "I'm fine," said Denise, "but I don't recognise your name. Did you mean to send that to someone else? I don't think I even know you." "Jesus Christ!" said our baby, who ought to know better than to use language like that. "No, of course. I want to you, not anyone else. I wanted to be a friend. Hope that's not too much to ask for." "OK," said Denise, "but it sounded as if it was meant for someone you know that hasn't been well." "No, I'm sorry if I used the wrong words." "Well, all babies have to learn." "That's OK," said Denise. "I just didn't want you to think you'd sent it to someone who hadn't received it." "How are you feeling over there today?" he asked. "You see, you're doing it again," said Denise. "Honestly, I don't know who you are, and I haven't been ill." "What did I just do?" he said. "I'm just trying to figure out how you're doing over there. Where are you from?" "I'm sure you think you're talking to someone you know that's been ill," said Denise, "but you really don't know me, and I haven't been ill. I live in Guildford in England." "You're getting it all wrong, my dear," said our baby. "That's not what I meant when I ask you how you're feeling. I was simply trying to say, how are you?" "Oh, English! That's nice." "If you say so." "I've been to several places in English to watch their football games. England is a nice country." "I like it," said Denise. "Where do you live?" "I'm biological from Iceland, but I grew up Tampa, Florida, and I've been here all my life." "Have you ever travelled out of Guildford before? Are you still there?" "I was making some porridge. Of course I've travelled out of Guildford. What a weird question." "Smile. Oh, porridge!" "Yes, porridge." "That sounds yummy. I believe it's going to be delicious." "Oh yes, so yummy," said Denise. "If you ask Mummy, she might make you some too." "Smile. But I guess she's no more. I still miss my mum till today." "I'm sorry she never made you porridge," said Denise. "She probably did," he said, "and she taught me a lot about the kitchen. She was the best chef in the world. I learnt a lot from her. How's your family? How's your husband and kids?" "My husband died 5 years ago. The kids and grandchildren are fine, thanks." "Oh, I'm sorry about your loss. I lost my wife and only daughter and her fiancé at COVID-19. I'm left with my only grandson, Alex." "That's almost unbelievable," said Denise. "COVID-19 took away everything from me. I will never forget what COVID-19 took from me." "I hope not," said Denise, "but we'll see. How old is Alex?" "He's just 13 years, but should be 14 in February. How old are your grandkids?" "What do you mean, should be? Has he decided to stay 13? "Ha ha ha," he said. "Jason is 24, Lisa is 21, Freddie is 16, and Benji is 14, she said. "Wow! Your grandkids are far grown up. Mine is still a little boy." "He's only a bit younger than Benji," said Denise. "Mine should be 14 by February." "Should be?" asked Denise. "Is there a possibility that he won't be? Did you forget which year he was born?" "Smile. No, of course. No, I didn't forget." "Then he changed his mind and decided to be 15 instead." "How many kids did you give birth to?" he asked. "What a weird question," said Denise. "You only told me about your grandkids," he said. "I gave birth to 7, said Denise. "I kept 2, sold 3, and mislaid 2. "I have no idea about your kids," he said. "I know I left one of them in town somewhere, but I never did remember where." "Very funny," he said. "You know, you're fun to talk to." "I've a son and a daughter." "So are you," said Denise. "How old are your kids now?" he asked. "Ian is 50 and Elizabeth is 48. "Oh, I see." "Oh, you see what? I know what would be fun. Tell me what you studied at university." "Are they staying in the same city with you?" he asked. "Elizabeth lives in Brighton and Ian lives in Godalming." "Oh, they're far away from you." "No," said Denise. And your grandkids are also staying with their parents? Jason lives with his girlfriend. They live in a shared flat in Brighton. And then, mimicking the scammers, she added, why are you so interested in my children's living arrangements? Do they come over for visit sometime? He asked. I don't think I want to tell you any more. You're being creepy, said Denise. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I guess I shouldn't have asked much about your kids. I'm really sorry about that. I don't even know who you are, she said. Well, I guess we should talk more about myself. Good idea. With time, you'll get to know me better. I couldn't know you less well if I tried, said Denise. Smile! And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I was adopted when I was very young, and I have no idea about my biological parents. You told me they were from Iceland, said Denise. Did you change your mind? My dad told me this before he died, and I was already 46 years old. And how old are you now? I'm 58. And you? I'm 75, so instead of telling me silly tales from your distant childhood, why don't you tell me about your adult life, please? Smile. I'd like to know about you, not about Mummy and Daddy. I just wanted to start from the beginning, but I guess you don't like it. Ha ha. I'm a lover of music, and of course our man had his story to tell, so he was going to carry on telling it. So he did. I'm a lover of music, and I enjoyed playing basketball when I was in high school, but unfortunately I wasn't the best player, but I was good at it, and I enjoyed every minute. I'm called out to represent my school. No, said Denise, you're 58, not 18. Tell me about yourself now. You're a grandfather, not a kid in school. Well, I'm a, guess what, orthopaedic surgeon doctor, and I work with the UN organisation, currently stationed here in Yemen. And I'm going to add in here, it's the middle of January now, and since the beginning of this year, 2023, orthopaedic surgeon doctor, peacekeeping, and oil rig engineers are going out of favour as occupations. Many scammers are now being much more inventive with their choice of occupation. At last, said Denise. I guess this is what you wanted to know about me, he said. How long have you been in Yemen? My profession, I guess, he said. I want to know about you, the adult you. Do you really want to know where I went to school? You definitely didn't ask me. You were asking me about my family now, not my ancient history. And luckily enough to be the only child of my adopted parents. Where did you went to school? So Denise thought she'd mimic the scammers and launched into her own story. I just made it up as I went along, obviously. But I'll tell you if you want, she said. I was born just after the end of the Second World War. My father was a dustbin man, and my mother was a cleaner. Rationing was still current, and my mother worked her fingers to the bone, cooking, cleaning and washing for us all. I went to school just down the road in Burpham till I was 7 years old. Then Daddy moved us to the other side of Guildford because he got a new council house. When I was 11, I went to Guildford County School. By then, Mummy had got a better job in a cafe, so we could afford to buy furniture for the house. I was good at maths and chemistry and learnt to cook from my grandmother, who lived in a village called Compton, in a house that belonged to her employer. She was a housemaid, and grandfather was a gardener before he died of consumption at the age of 83. When I was 13, I fell out of a tree and broke my collarbone. We didn't have a car, so Daddy had to carry me across town to the old hospital on Warren Road. That's now a housing estate. My great-grandparents came from Russia, Fiji, Outer Mongolia and England, but they were born and brought up in Guildford and lived there all their lives. I guess you spent all your youth age at Guildford, he said. I've always lived in Guildford, said Denise. Now can we have a proper grown-up conversation, please, like mature adults? To which our baby added, You should be very famous in Guildford. Where did you study medicine? Asked Denise. At Florida State University. Sorry, my attention was needed, but I'm here now. Are you still there? I'm just about to leave. I always catch the 10:30 bus into town on Friday morning. I'll be home again at lunchtime. Are you done cooking your porridge? He asked. OK, please take good care of yourself for me, and hopefully we can talk, guess what, more better when you're back. Please text me whenever you're back. Bye for now. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm home, said Denise a bit later. Hello, dear. Sorry for late respond to your text. I was busy with work. What work were you doing? She asked. I thought I told you my job. I'm an orthopaedic surgeon doctor. Yes, that doesn't tell me what you were doing at work today, does it? Smile. Okay, I guess I have to explain myself. Guess what? More better. Well, I'm at the camp station here at Yemen, and I'm the superior in medical services here. I just asked what you were doing while you were busy with work, said Denise. I have to, guess what, check on my patients. How did I know you were going to say that, said Denise. You weren't doing any operations. No, dear, he said innocently. You forgot to add that you were doing some paperwork. BTW, by the way, said Denise. Just checking on them, he said. Yes, and how did you know that? Feminine intuition, said Denise. Smile. So, what have you been doing since you got back? Checking on my plants and some paperwork, said Denise. Plants? With 3 exclamation marks. Wow! I know, amazing, isn't it? Said Denise. Who'd have thought people would grow plants? Yes, I have no idea about growing plants. I guess I'm going to learn from you. Are you busy? What are you doing? Right now? And you might remember, a few weeks ago, I put up a community post asking for people to give suggestions for answers to that. And so, with grateful thanks to TLM771, Denise replied, counting my retirement fund. What are you doing right now? Ha ha, he said. Okay, nothing. Just sitting here texting you. Hope I'm not disturbing you. I'm going to make a cup of tea, said Denise. Okay. Do you prefer coffee? Why do you think I'm going to make tea? Asked Denise. You just said that yourself. Or is there a mistake somewhere? In your brain, said Denise. I said I'm going to make a cup of tea. And what did you ask? You know, not everyone is a fan of coffee, he said. Some people don't take coffee. That isn't what you asked me, said Denise. I asked if you're taking coffee, he said. And what had I already said? Replied Denise. Are you being deliberately stupid, or did you really not even read what I said? No, you didn't ask if I'm taking coffee. Please read what you said. I do hope this isn't a genuine example of your level of comprehension. You said you're going to make a cup of tea, and I asked if you're making coffee, said Brain of somewhere. But this shouldn't be big deal, okay? I'm sorry if I said something wrong. You didn't ask that, said Denise, but that's even more ridiculous, isn't it? I'm sorry, he said. So if I tell you I'm going to watch the television, you'll ask me if I'm listening to the radio. If I tell you I'm going to eat dinner, you'll ask me if it's breakfast time. Aha! Why will I ask that, he said. Smile, you're really funny. I've absolutely zero idea, said Denise, but I have absolutely no idea at all why you would ask if I'm making coffee when I've told you I'm going to make a cup of tea. I promise to be very careful with my words, he said. More careful with your words, said Denise. I hope that's a joke. Just blooming well read what I'm typing. I'm just joking, he said. Ha ha, I got you now, he said as the penny fell. OFGS, grow up, said Denise. Do you need a fresh diaper? No, of course, he said. Or maybe you should ask Mummy to make you more porridge. It's good for the brain, you know. But Mummy is no more. The lack of porridge shows. Maybe you should make some for me. Seriously. Smile. Yeah, maybe. Ah, thanks. Anyway, I guess I'm going to start preparing porridges myself. Maybe you'll have to start teaching me on how to prepare a delicious porridge. Maybe you could just read the instructions on the packet, said Denise. No, I prefer you teach me when the right time comes. Don't be a lazy so-and-so. Just read the instructions, said Denise. Did you finish your porridge already? I'd love to have a taste of your porridge, but it's definitely not today, but at the right time. OFGS, grow up and at least try to act like an adult, said Denise. What's bad for me to come over for a dinner? He asked. Grow up, said Denise. I guess grown-up men don't go out for dinners, he said. When last did you go out for dinner? With friends? Grown men don't bleat on about porridge like a 3-year-old, said Denise. I went out for dinner with my friend Barbara 2 nights ago. Smile. I was just joking about the porridge. Okay. You should know that already, he said. Either you're joking or you're just a joke, said Denise. Oh, he said. Do you own any pet? I'm a dog lover. No, said Denise, not wishing to start another conversation with no end. But wait till they leave Facebook and move to chat. Okay, I see. How do you normally spend your days at home since you got retired? I knit, I read, I do my puzzle books, I go out for walks, I visit my friends, I visit my children, I go to WR meetings, I watch TV, I do the cooking, cleaning, washing, ironing, shopping, gardening. How do you normally spend your days? Smile! Lots of responsibility on you. I'm glad you're still strong and you're still doing all this yourself. I normally spend my day at work, taking care of my patients and doing all paperwork, mostly on weekends. But whenever I'm back in the state, I love going to the beach. Maybe it's because my house is close to the beach. I enjoy watching the news and making personal music. I love music. I have a musical room in my house and I play piano and guitar. I really don't keep friends because of my past experience with friends. Tell me about some of the operations you've performed recently, said Denise. You know, the sort of question you should never ask a scammer because they have no idea. To which our man replied, Jesus Christ! I think he's dead, isn't he? Said Denise. No, of course, he said. Or did he need a hip replacement? Asked Denise. No! My last operation was a soldier that was shot twice, and we needed to operate him and take away the bullet from his right chest. I thought you were an orthopaedic surgeon, said Denise, and of course you understand that none of these scammers actually know what an orthopaedic surgeon is. We have to take him through X-ray to locate the bullet before the operation took place, he said proudly. I thought you were an orthopaedic surgeon. Now you're an X-ray technician, said Denise. Yes, and I told you I'm the senior doctor here in my department. That was the last operation that took place under my inspection. Tell me about the last orthopaedic operation you did, said Denise. I never said so, my dear, he replied, still having no idea what an orthopaedic operation was. I'm trying to explain to you about the last operation that took place a few weeks ago. Obviously he has a busy schedule. A few weeks ago, said Denise. What are all the patients you're checking on now? Bed blockers with nowhere else to go. So got injured while going out with the patrol team. You have to understand that I'm in a war zone here, and the soldiers need a proper medical attention. Sometimes they get ambushed, and some get injured badly. Okay? I have to watch over every patient I have and make sure they're in good condition. I'm struggling to understand why they'd send a specialist orthopaedic surgeon when an experienced general surgeon would be much more useful. And by way of explanation, our man sent this photo. I'll enlarge it in a moment, and once I've told you what I saw, you won't be able to unsee it. This is the camp I'm currently stationed at right now, he said. I'm here for a reason, okay? I have more experience than you think, okay? And now I'll enlarge that photo and tell you what I saw. What do you see sitting on the left bench between the two soldiers in uniform? Yes, a plucked turkey with its hind leg on the bench seat. Obviously, if I zoom in, you'll see that isn't it at all. You'll see that that is this soldier's arm, and that is a soldier without a shirt on, because there's his head and there's his trousers. But now that I've told you it's a plucked turkey between two soldiers, that's all you're going to see, isn't it? You don't say, said Denise. Not a vacation, then? In reply to him saying he was there for a reason. I think very little, said Denise. I just keep hoping you might tell me. I have no expectation, though. Why is there a large plucked turkey sitting on the bench on the left of that photo? I don't understand. You said turkey, said our man. Between the two men in uniform, said Denise. Those are soldiers, okay? Not turkey. There's no turkey, you said, replied Denise. Is this a joke, he asked. No, it looks like a large plucked turkey sitting between those two soldiers. Anyway, what are you doing now, he asked. You're just too funny. And yet another suggestion from my viewers, so with grateful thanks to Eve Chapman, Denise replied, ironing my doormat. What are you doing right now? Ha ha, he said. Nothing, just checking some, guess what? Paperwork. What's the time over there? Talk to me. It's just after 5 p.m. I eagerly await you telling me you're doing anything that isn't paperwork or checking on patients. I live in hope, but no expectation. You know that's all I do. Everything here I'm at work, and I don't have off days till I complete my contract. I have few months left. Do you live alone, or you have your grandkids living with you to assist you? What did I tell you earlier? Asked Denise. You said a lot of things, and I don't remember the exact word you've asked me. Hope you don't mind sending me a picture of yourself. If you give me your address, I'll post one to you, said Denise. Didn't Benji put my photo on here when he set up the iPad for me? I only see your profile picture. You don't know how to send picture here on Messenger? I was right, said Denise. I thought Benji put a photo on here. I don't know what you're talking about. I have one of those digitable cameras. Benji prints my photos for me. OK, that's fine. Maybe we can text. More better. On Google Chat. Do you have any idea about Google Chat? Maybe, said Denise. I use Chat. And she gave him her email address. And so, of course, they moved to Chat. Wait for it, ladies and gentlemen, because over on Chat, our man said, "Hi, dear," and sent a photograph of a man with a golden retriever dog. "Hi," said Denise. "Oh, he's gorgeous. What kind of dog is he?" To which our man, unable to access Google and having absolutely no idea what kind of dog it was, replied, "German Shepherd. I thought you knew nothing about dogs." "I never said that," replied Denise. "You just asked if I had a pet. Clearly, I know more than you." Smile. "Oh, really?" said our panicking scammer. "Maybe there's a story behind this." "Yes, really," said Denise. "What's the dog's story, then?" "I'm talking about you," he said, "because you said you don't have any pets. So how did you know more about dogs?" "I'm 75, said Denise. "I only said I don't have a pet now. I do a lot of walking on the downs behind my house. Almost everyone else there has a dog. I know most of them." "Now I understand," he said. "Can you send me picture here?" "If you give me your address, I'll post one to you. Didn't I say that Benji prints my photos for me?" "I don't understand," said our man. "You don't have a picture of yourself on your mobile device?" "It seems like you're literally busy with something else," he said, when she didn't answer him immediately. "Take good care of yourself, and hopefully we can talk more better tonight." "I was just having dinner," said Denise. "What did you had for dinner?" he asked. "How did I know you were going to ask that? My psychic powers," replied Denise. "Chili con carne." "Sounds yummy," he said. "Smile. You should know. I ask a lot of questions. I'm just trying to know you better." "Very predictable questions," said Denise. "It's almost as if you have a list of questions to ask." "Ha ha ha," said our man. "Do you have favourite foods?" "Oh, yes," said Denise. "Fried worm casserole, followed by ice pops with ant topping and whipped cream. And again, many thanks to another viewer, Angie McGee, whose suggestion was making green jello with ants and whipped topping." "That sounds so good," he said. "Do you have the same favourite food as last time you asked, or have you thought of something different?" asked Denise. Remember, on Facebook, it was burgers and apple pie. "Not really," he said, "but I prefer seafood. I grew up going fishing with my dad." "I didn't think you'd have the same favourites as you did on Facebook," said Denise. "Just a hunch." "I was asking you something a few minutes ago," he said. "What?" asked Denise. "You don't have any photos of yourself in your mobile device?" "I don't know what you mean," said Denise. "Do you have a picture of yourself on your mobile device?" "I don't know what you mean," replied Denise. Again. "Seriously?" he said. "Yes, seriously," said Denise, "even if I could spell it properly," which she hadn't. "So you don't understand picture or photo? What exactly you don't understand?" "Of course I understand photo," said Denise. "I'm sure I told you I have one of them digitable cameras. My grandson prints my photos for me. Which bit of that don't you understand?" "Are you telling me you have only one photo of yourself in your mobile device?" "I don't know what a mobile device is," said Denise. I have a digital camera. It doesn't have wheels. It can't move on its own. OK, you don't know a mobile device, but I hope you'll understand when I call it phone. Oh, I don't have one of them mobile phone things, said Denise. I'm trying to ask you if you have a picture of yourself in your phone. Our phone's on the wall in my hall, said Denise. It's been there for years. So, what are you using to text? He asked. I'm using an iPad. My daughter bought it for me, said Denise. OK, better. So, do you have any pictures of yourself in your iPad? I'm not going to say it again after this, replied Denise. It's getting tedious. I have one of them digital cameras. I use that to take my photos. I give it to my grandson Benji. He takes it home, prints my photos for me, and then brings them back when he comes to see me on Saturday morning. OK, I understand now. Do you have any plans for the rest of the night? I'm going to run round the garden singing the Hallelujah chorus till the neighbours come and shout at me. Then I'll come and try my new collection of malt whiskies. After that, I'll probably wash the fossilised mammoth in the cellar. Do you have any plans for the rest of the night? You're just too funny, my dear, he said. You know the old saying, it takes one to know one, said Denise. So what are your plans for the rest of the night? No plans at this time. It's late over here, and I'm going to bed whenever we finish our conversation. OK, what were you doing earlier this evening? Nothing, my dear. Just my regular schedule. Just checking the records for the day. Obviously you weren't doing nothing, said Denise. What were you doing? That isn't paperwork or checking on patients. What were you actually doing? I've been sitting here for hours now, checking some files and records for the past days and requesting for some medical equipment for a proper medication. I have requested for this some weeks ago, but no response yet. So I have to send them another email this evening. I'm getting tired right now, and I think I need to go into the shower and get some sleep. OK, good night, said Denise. Good night, and sweet dreams. Good morning, dear friend. How are you feeling this morning? Hope you had a wonderful night rest. What are your plans for today? Please take good care of yourself, and text me whenever you're less busy. Bye for now. I'm waiting for my son and grandsons to arrive, said Denise. They always come on Saturday morning if they can. OK, enjoy the rest of your day with your visitors, and please take good care of yourself. OK, bye for now. I'll check on you later, or you can text me whenever you're less busy. OK, bye for now. Hello, dear friend. Hope you're having a wonderful time, your kids over there. Haven't heard from you all day. Text me if you're less busy. Good evening, said Denise a bit later. How was your day? Hope you enjoyed your day with the kids. They stayed for lunch, said Denise, and I spent the afternoon with my friend Barbara. What have you been doing today? Oh, I think you can guess what he's been doing, can't you? I'm sorry for late respond, OK? I was busy with work this evening, checking and submitting reports for the week. I'm really tired right now. I need to get some sleep. Please take good care of yourself, and hopefully we can talk more better tomorrow, whenever you're less busy. OK? Bye for now. OK, good night. Hope you sleep well, said Denise. Good morning, she said the next day. Hello, my dear friend. How are you feeling today? Hope you're having a wonderful time over there. What are your plans for today? Please text me whenever you're less busy. Bye for now. And if the person that you're talking to online repeatedly asks you what your plans are for today, or keeps asking you, did you have a good night, then there's a very high chance you're talking to a scammer. They're just asking questions off their list. Plans for today? Said Denise. It's early evening here. What are your plans for today? Nothing much. Just relax and rest, because I work all day, and I only have today to rest in the entire week. How's your day? What have you been doing all day? Hello, dear. Hope you're having a wonderful day over there. Haven't heard much from you lately. Hope you're OK. How was your night? Hope you had a wonderful night rest. Please text me whenever you're less busy, OK? Bye for now. A classic set of scammer questions in one message, and just not the way that you would talk to somebody that you were genuinely interested in. I'm fine, thanks, said Denise. Have you been busy with work? What have you been doing? I'm fine, he said. Yes, just my normal schedule for today. I'm not always busy at the first day of the week, because it's a new week, and all records for the previous week has already been submitted, he said. Hopefully it'll stay quiet, said Denise. Hopefully so. What have you been doing all day? And what's your plans for the rest of today? Again, classic scammer speak, all about plans and what have you been doing. It's only midday, said Denise. I've been ironing and cleaning. What have you been doing all day? What is your normal schedule? Taking care of my parents, he said, and scheduling the medical workers for the week. I have to change their schedule every week to reduce the stress. Your parents, said Denise, deliberately picking up on his mistyping. Hope you're not stressing yourself out there with the cleaning, he said. And if the person that you're talking to online repeatedly says that they hope you're not stressing yourself with whatever it is you're doing, then you know you're talking to a scammer. What a weird thing to say, said Denise. Oh, it was a mistake. I wanted to say patience. Oh, ha, ha, said Denise. I should have realised. Smile. Are you done with the cleaning? How big is your house? What do you want to know? Said Denise. How big is your house? Well, my apartment is big, but not too big. 1 sitting room, 3 bedroom, and 3 rest room, and also I have 1 music room at the back, and a garage at the side of the building, with a small football field. I used to have fun with my family back then, and with small swimming pool too. I'm sorry, I guess I talk too much. I did the football field myself, and the swimming pool. Both were not there when I got the house. Sounds like a mansion compared with my house, said Denise. But my old house in Cleveland was just too small, so I needed a bigger house. Not a mansion, please. Just trying to live a comfortable life and be happy. Sounds enormous compared with my little house, said Denise. And in the UK, generally speaking, most people live in much smaller houses than the average US citizen. I have 1 small double bedroom and 2 single bedrooms. When we bought the house it had 2 bedrooms, but my Albie split one of them into 2 single rooms when the children started growing up. I've got 1 bathroom upstairs, then a small living room, a kitchen and a downstairs toilet. It's a terraced house with a small garden. That's nice, he said. And you're staying there alone now? And if the person that you're talking to online asks if you stay alone, then again you know you're talking to a scammer. Only you? In that big house? Wow! It's a tiny house compared with yours, said Denise. My whole house would probably fit into the living room of your house. And it probably would, guys. Yes, it is, he said. But I don't stay alone. I can't even stay in that big house any more. Oh, said Denise. How many people live there? Ha, ha, ha. You're just too funny. Denise asked him again. How many people live in your house? Me? My wife? My grandson and his nanny. But only the nanny has been there for some time now, because my grandson is in boarding school, and I'm here in Yemen. I just hope she takes care of everything before I return back to the state. As usual, only 1 state. Your wife got reincarnated, said Denise. Remember, his wife was dead earlier on. And why is your grandson in boarding school if he has a nanny? I couldn't take care of him when I lost my daughter and my wife. She's dead again now. You should know how stressful it's to take care of little kids, and I have no idea what they like and dislike. I have to go through YouTube, said Father of the Year, who'd clearly been a huge help to his wife while she was alive, to receive lessons on how to take care of him, and it was too stressful. I was advised to get a nanny for him, and she'll also take care of the house too. That was how I got a nanny for the house. You keep your wife's body locked in the bedroom? Asked Denise, picking up on him saying that his wife lived there. Ha ha! How on earth will that be possible? He asked. My late husband knew how to take care of his own children, said Denise. You sound like you're a totally hopeless father if you have to look on YouTube to know how to take care of your own family. I hope that was a joke. I have no idea how keeping your wife's body locked in a bedroom is possible, but you definitely said she lives in the house with your grandson and his nanny. Maybe you put her in the cellar. Is that even allowed? Ha ha! No, I wanted to say me, my grandson and the nanny was staying together in the house before I took him to boarding school and went for the last contract. And currently, she's the only one taking care of the entire house. Okay. What are your plans for the rest of the day? He said in true scammer style. I don't have any, said Denise. What are yours? I might go out for a walk. It's cold, but the sun's out. Okay, nothing much too. Just to check on my patients again and make sure they've received their treatment. Can I ask you some few questions? Depends what they are, said Denise. Then you can tell me about some of your patients, because check on my patients gets a bit boring as an answer, really, doesn't it? Smile. he said. It's not funny, said Denise. It's true. I always tell you exactly what I'm doing. You never tell me what you're actually doing. And no scammer ever will if the person that you're talking to can't tell you what they actually did at work today. Then there's a very high chance that you're talking to a scammer. So I'll just start saying housework from now on. First, he tried, we're not allowed to talk about any activities that's going on here. But that's not a problem, because no one is going to go through our chat. If you aren't allowed to talk about any activities, then you'd better go away, said Denise, because I don't even believe that. I'm sorry. I'll start giving you full details now about my daily activities. But please, this has to be between me and you. What do you think I'm going to do? Set up a YouTube channel and broadcast it to the world, said Denise. This has to be our little secrets, he said. I'm 75, not 5, said Denise. You won't understand, because you have no idea how a war zone is, and you have to understand that we have enemies here, and if they found our camp location, they'll come and attack us at night. This is for safety reasons, because obviously him telling her that he's, let's say, put some stitches in somebody's forehead is really going to give away the camp location. So if somebody starts coming up with silly stories like that, just think about what they're saying. Does it actually make sense? Stop talking childish drivel, said Denise. I haven't put a tracker on you. I've no idea where you are. And so our man sent this glorious piece of Photoshop. United Nations Security Council, it was headed. UN mission in Yemen. And you can see whoever had added UN mission in Yemen hadn't even managed to line it up with the space it was meant to go in. United Nations rules and regulation against video, cam and picture, it said. To whom it may be concern. According to the rules and regulation of UN Act 10 USC and 1408 1996 and the Military Act Law of 2007, which stated that on no occasion should any soldier in the war region show or display his or her on webcam based on security reasons, in view of this, we want to inform you that we are not allow our soldiers to show or displays his or her video on webcam are going to detain for 6 months in jail for violate our rules and regulation. Without a full stop at the end, it said, written by about an 8-year-old. And this certificate is a classic example of what I often say. Do your homework. Here's Act 10 USC and 1408. It's an act pertaining to the payment of retirement pay. Honey, he added underneath, is okay, I understand. In case it's escaped your notice, said Denise, you aren't a soldier. It's a shame the UN can't write proper English, isn't it? Oh my goodness, I'm working with the UN, he said. I don't understand. Am I responsible for that? Just saying, said Denise. If someone's going to use Photoshop, make it grammatical. I don't understand, he said. What do you mean? Are you serious? Yes, I don't know who gave you that certificate, but an intelligent doctor like you should be able to tell it isn't real. And anyway, it says nothing about being a doctor, and nothing at all about telling me what you've been doing at work. So I don't even know why you sent it to me. Just forget about it. Okay, said our man. I think that's a good plan, said Denise. I suspect it was written by a semi-literate Nigerian scammer. At least that's what it sounds like. What's the meaning of that? Said our semi-literate Nigerian scammer. Are you serious? How on earth did scammer get involved here? Yes, said Denise. You're an intelligent American doctor. Read it and tell me who you think wrote it. I have no idea how they got involved, but they sent that certificate to someone in your camp, probably. Probably one of the less well-educated camp staff who couldn't tell what rubbish it is. It's sad, really, because presumably someone thinks that's real. I hope they weren't taken in by a scammer. That would be horrible. Perhaps you should ask them, to be sure. Our man apparently didn't like the suggestion that he was an intelligent American doctor and should have realised it was a scam, because he disappeared. I hope you enjoyed this video. There were lots of lessons in it. Lessons about doing your homework. Lessons about the type of thing that scammers type. False, forced conversations that you just wouldn't have with a real person. If you found this video useful, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another video.